Hello, everybody. I'm a bit pissed. But I'm a bit pissed, and I'll explain to you why. You guys saw that. You saw where we are just now. Yeah, well, I have already done this part. And it resulted, and I did it properly. I did it the way I planned to do it. I didn't reload or anything. And I did a quick save, because, later on, because I was like, so, I did it so that we could just easily come back and just load the same location. And it made sense that I did that. But when I tried to quick load that save, it resulted in it reset us back to where we were. There had been an autosave that did exactly.
And carve a pretty song on your bones.
Hey! Someone kill this crazy... Look around. There's a cameo over there.
I know exactly what to do here. Because Granny Rags wanted to spread the plague. Just so she could have an easier time. But there.
Wanna know something funny? When we were kids, we were all scared of Granny Rags. Thought she was a terrible witch. Then we grew up and figured she was just a sad old lady. We were right the first time. Now ain't that funny?
I owe you. This won't even the score, but it's all I got left. Luck to you, Koto.
Right up here.
You find your way into such interesting places, Corvo. At the eye of the storm, raging between Granny Rags and this man who has lived his whole life with a cleaver in one hand and a bottle in the other. Crawling out of those flooded ruins, winding your way back to the pub where you last saw Emily. Where is she now? How does it feel now, knowing your allies betrayed you? Strange how there's always a little more innocence left to lose. And Dowd, the man who killed the Empress. You had him in the palm of your hand, and you let him walk away? You fascinate me.
Oh, so the staircase fell apart. Now we should start sneaking, cause I don't know what's beyond this point. Granny Rags is dead. We won't ever come across her again. Civilians killed. What I guess Granny Rags is a civilian, but what other civilian did I kill? I don't know. I don't know. What's this guy trying to do? Escaping the flooded district, you've returned to the section of the city where the Hound Pits pub is located. Start there to pick up the trail of your old allies and find out where they have taken Emily.
No! Oh, it's you, Corvo. Thank the stars. We all thought you'd been killed, except for Samuel. He seemed sure you'd survived. I saw him on the river shortly before the killing began. He was smart enough not to come ashore, but I'll bet he's still out there. Looking for you is my guess.
You'd be
At
right.
first, Pendleton said it was time for our bonus. Havelock stood behind them, and at the signal, he shot them each in the back of the head. Just like the target drills he used to. Lydia barely had time to scream. I would be dead too. Except Wallace told me I wouldn't be getting anything. Pendleton kept apologizing, saying that no one could ever know about the things they'd done. Martin was drinking and seemed sad. The Admiral was about to shoot Callista. Then he mumbled something about owing her uncle, Captain Kurnow, a debt. They said it was time for Sokolov, and went off to his cage. I don't know what happened after that.
Okay. So we now know what they've done. And that's great. They've got a tall boy here. Man. I'm taking these keys.
Emily was there when the killing started. Poor child.
Move
I
up.
hope she hit her eyes. The Admiral said that Martin was right. I guess they talked about it. And they started to worry they'd get executed for all that they'd done, going after the Lord Regent and his allies. I suppose it's why they've poisoned you too. I thought Lydia would squeal on me at the end. She just told Havelock to screw himself. And died.
Oh, interesting.
And at the signal, he shot them each in the back of the head.
Okay.
We even make it to tonight. You look at this mess? Relax. One of the officers said he was dead. The boys had thrown in the river. If you ask me, he's long.
Masked in the river.
Left out.
That's what a rational person would do, not this guy. You have to understand the criminal mind. I hear they had to hide the Caldwell girl from him the whole time they were working with him. I heard they locked him in the cage.
He's here somewhere.
What?
Oops. I forgot about the tall boy. Actually, I didn't forget. I just didn't think to do anything to prevent the tall boy from seeing us. And it was a mistake, yes. We'll go down this time and see if we can get anything. Everything seems in order, of course. The Hound's Pit Pub. We need to be careful. I don't know where he's going. I think he's coming up. Okay. We want as much information as we can get.
Things are bad. Could the city get any worse? Never doubt.
Things are, of course, they're bad.
The men are still trying to penetrate the workshop. Those are tight. I think Piero Joplin's inside. Crackpot, natural philosopher.
There is evidence that Anton Sokolov was held there against his will for some time. We can't determine what happened to him. I'll bet my commission is in that building with Piero Joplin. So, but I don't want him harmed until I get to the bottom of it all. Careful. This place may be moving fast. What else?
Yes, sir. Servants were all executed shortly before we arrived. Small boy.
Ah! Okay, so now we don't have to go, we don't need to, go for that. Whatever, we just needed to go down there and listen. That makes sense, because they would probably be talking about whatever they're planning to do. Gotta be careful. I don't know what they plan to do. Congratulations, you got choked out. Alright, what's this say? Remember before when I mentioned a special drawing I was working on for you? This is it. I don't know where you went, but I hope when you get back you see this and like it. I'd take it to Dunwall Tower with us. Everyone's acting strange tonight. I'd like to take it to Dunwall Tower with us. Everyone's acting strange tonight. Samuel was whispering to Callista about a flare launcher that she was supposed to use to call him. He told her to lock the door to my old tower, and I heard the Admiral tell the others we are leaving tonight for a place called the Lighthouse in King Spare Island. I hope you get back before then. Ha. So we can't even get rid of that. Callista, it's Corvo.
Corvo, I can't believe you're alive. They killed everyone, Corvo. They killed everyone to cover it all up. Then they took Emily with them and they left. I couldn't do anything to protect her. Please find her. Make her safe.
I will, don't worry.
All his talk of being an honorable military man, but Havelock will use Emily like a puppet to his own advantage. Something changed in the Admiral as soon as the Lord Regent died. It had been building up. Martin was acting strange, going quiet if any of us were near, whispering late into the night with Havelock and Pendleton while you were out doing the real work. I think they realized they were one step away from holding the same position the Lord Regent had, and worried they'd be held accountable for what they did here, as the Loyalists. They would have killed me too, but Havelock spared me. Out of respect for my uncle, I believe. Please, talk to Samuel and the others. Someone must know where they're going. Find Emily. She's suffered through so much, and she's got no one else on her side except you. Samuel set this here in case you returned. You can use it to call him. He said he'd come quickly. Hopefully there's a place he can dock where the Watch won't see him. The City Watch is everywhere out there.
Callista, fret not. I believe there's still hope for Emily and Dunwall. I don't believe Corvo's gone. I'll be searching for the river for him. What if you catch wind of him, shoot a flare up using the launcher I placed in Emily's tower, and I'll make my way back as quickly as I can. Keep this tower locked and take care of yourself. Emily's gone. Emily is gonna need you when this is over. Samuel. Okay.
But I don't even care if they find me anymore. I saw
Okay, now we go for
I'm sure he'll take you to Emily.
now our goal is this.
Agree more. Your expulsion from the academy was a crime against
I knew it was too good to be true.
Which
Seems the conspiracy tried to use old Piero for their own gain and then discard him.
I want
They
to ask
have
you,
erred and delivered to me an ally almost as brilliant as myself.
the homeopathic
Old
and where am I to find the subjects?
Here until we can
I can't recruit from
ruffians
prisons as you
outside
do,
and make for the
but
academy.
it's forced me to work with another agent derived from
The river crusts, yes, I'd guessed as much. But I think our approaches may reinforce each other. This is what we've
What's
been
going
doing
on?
thus far.
Okay, what are these? Optional save Piero and Sokolov. Make contact with Piero and Sokolov inside the workshop and awesome. Okay, so we can go down here and not be interrupted.
Good to see that you still breathe. The city would not be the same if you were not with us. I've completed Piero's work on an arc pylon, but only just.
With this device, we can send a powerful electrical signal through the nervous system, merely rendering our enemies unconscious, or they can be reduced to ashes. I've attuned it so that we will be safe from the functions of the device. It will only trigger in the presence of our enemies. This arc pylon is more powerful than the older design. It will function at a greater range, striking down our foes while ignoring us. I need my final sequence, which is recorded in the blueprint for this device. Havelock was inspecting it before the killing started. Return the blueprint to me. It was in his bedroom before he left. Hopefully, it's still there. You may navigate the field.
I already have the blueprint. Here you go.
Astonishing. The arc pylon is complete. Now to activate it.
With this device, we can send a powerful electrical signal through the nervous system, merely rendering our enemies unconscious, or they can be reduced to ashes.
What is your opinion, Corvo?
Render them unconscious. Put them all to sleep.
As you wish, Corvo. We will be far away before any of them regain their senses.
No wonder they're trying to break in here.
All is ready, Corvo. All that remains is plugging in a whale oil tank to power it. Will you do the honors?
When this arc pylon is charged, no one will dare come near us.
A little bit of an issue. Plugging in a whale oil tank to power it. We don't have one. Unless it's up here. Ah! This thing, I don't know what it does, but it somehow always dispenses an empty one. It's always, I don't know where they get the empty ones. I guess they're just loaded in somewhere. Okay, where am I supposed to be putting this? Upstairs. Ah. Not what I'd hoped, but... farther.
Shut up.
Arc pylon, it's way up here. What's going on? It just exploded on us.
Amazing. Simply amazing. It functioned beyond my greatest expectations. It defies description.
Only a few allies, watchmen remain standing.
A device like this will ensure...
Did I just knock him out? No. Okay, but it shut them up, so now we signal Samuel.
I can't go with you. I'll be okay here. Just go.
Perfect. Samuel, come on. They're no longer around. A couple of them might be.
Now that you've eliminated the City Watch, I can find my way out of here.
Actually, now that they're unconscious, why don't we go investigate Havelock? Why don't we investigate over here? See what's up. Captain Manning, we've tracked the conspiracy to the Hound Pit's pub. Search the premises for natural philosopher Piero Joplin and Anton Sokolov. Do what you must to secure all materials related to enhanced arc pylon they have been constructing. Question them thoroughly, and once they are certain you have everything they know of the pylon, execute them. Execute them both. Bring the pylon to me. Along with his papers and recordings. They may be two of the greatest minds of our age, but they're also traitors who conspired with Corvo to bring down this empire. I'm keeping Empress Emily Caldwin with me at the lighthouse on King Sparrow Island until we're certain that Corvo and his fellow conspirators have properly dealt with. Lord Regent Havelock. Yeah. So he can't park where he used to. Disappointing. Hi there.
Thought I'd find you here. Never pays to bet against you, does it?
No.
I saw the signal. I knew you'd be back, Corvo. I knew it. We'll need to get out of here soon. The Admiral controls the military now, Martin's High Overseer, and Pendleton's in favor with the aristocracy in Parliament. They need Emily, of course. But if Havelock senses that it's all about to fall down around him, who knows what he's liable to do.
We're going to King Sparrow Island. That's where they've taken Emily.
Good. Then it's one more trip across the river to where it meets the sea. That's where the Lord Regent was building his new lighthouse. Ought to be something to see.
Yeah, it is. And that will be it for this episode. Because that is technically the completion of two missions. We didn't trigger any alarms, somehow. Huh. The amount of coins we found was in total 10. There. We found the total of 10 coins. There's probably a cutscene or something.
This is it, sir. I suspect Havelock Martin and Lord Pendleton landed there a while ago and went into the lighthouse. Knowing them, they're not giving up without a fight. I remember hearing the Admiral and Martin talking about this place as where they'd hold up if they had to. Anybody going in has to breach the fort and the gatehouse. Then there's only one way to the top. All I can say is that it's been a pleasure serving with you. Maybe after all this is settled, we'll see each other again. Good luck, Corvo. If anyone deserves it, you do. Give my best to Emily. After she's on the throne, she won't have time for an old man like me. I knew you were sharp, Corvo. But somehow you managed to get through all this mess without losing sight of what really matters.
Well, guys, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed. I will see you all tomorrow, or in 2 days. I don't know. I'm trying to keep the schedule of one of these a day and one of whatever else I record. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.
Time is